Well, here we are. I doubt there's anyone in Sao Paulo who's unaware of this match. The build-up has been so fervent, so fanatical, and the expectations are reaching fever pitch. It is Corinthians versus Palmeiras, and it is going to be quite a showdown. Well, it was 2014 that Corinthians relocated to this high-tech arena. This the ultimate demonstration of their power as a club revered amongst the world's supporters. Their fan base believed to be somewhere in the region of 30 million people. Chance, surely! It's run loose, who's going to get... Oh, he's been caught napping! There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Can he get it through? He's in a great position here. Great chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And here's Platini. Oh, that's nice. Well, this is a guy who has pushed back the boundaries year on year. A brilliant maverick who just seems to go on and on.
Yeah, he's simply the boss, Peter. Everyone else, including us, just a supporting cast in an act where he will always take centre stage.
Zlatan show, Zlatan is the only star.
I'm not arguing.
Edmilson. Sola. And Sola! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Zola just dropped the shoulder to engineer the feint. Now he'll have to shoulder the blame.
Mbappe! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Oh, he's really looking like he's on the very top of his game here.
Palmeiras with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Chance for a shot! And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Pelé. Oh, it's Pelé! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's plain for all to see who has settled into this game with the greater superiority. Now for a goal. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Played into space. And the counter is on. Platini. To Maldini. Edmilson. And it's Pedri. Threads one in. Shot could be on. And the shot! Not the most convincing of passes. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top. Ibrahimovic! Oh, bang on target. Pedri. Tries to play it through. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Nice interception, well timed.
We've got to make this nice and quick.
Ibrahimovic. Messi. Aims beyond the defence. Maldini tries to clear. And here's Messi.
Messi really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Taken back almost at once. Still await waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Kaka can see things others simply cannot. Good play on the left-hand side here. Pedri. Kaka does really well to win the ball there. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Edmils is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Goes down, but nothing given. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, he's ended up in no man's land. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Kaka.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Pirlo. Gently done. And the half-time whistle goes. And it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Palmeiras may probably be feeling a little aggrieved about not capitalising on such a bright start. Their mood at half-time should be more upbeat. The glass remains half full and it should spur them on.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. We're off again.
Palmeiras have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
He's going to be disappointed with that. It's good running with the ball. And it's Kaka. Thinks about the shot. Palmeiras needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he's
having a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Palmeiras have their second corner now. Oh, shooting chance! Turan gets good distance on it. Marquez. Great vision. Solar. He's picked his way through. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. They continue each to cancel the other out. Zola under intense pressure.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Pedri, very much a man of this moment. Pedri. That's going to go a long way. Ball is over the line.
Público presente na partida de hoje. 61.052 espectadores.
Most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Palmeiras have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Now it's Pelé. Thuram concedes a free kick. There's a quick free kick. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, they've broken out here, and this could be the moment. And here's Ibrahimovic. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now, can they get him away? That's a foul, no two ways about it. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Not too many have the power or indeed the accuracy from this range. Would he dare to have a go? That was travelling. Parte tries a deft little ball, shapes to shoot! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
Well, this is certainly a game where the scoreline does not reflect the action. How it has stayed 0-0, nobody can quite understand. In by Ibrahimovic.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. He's through here. Oh, super. It's Pele! Oh, split-second reaction.
Pele actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Mbappe is onto this. Oh, well played.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Ibrahimovic! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
Substituição no time do Corinthians.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Camisa 11, camisa 13, camisa
That's really good energy, Peter, the way they defend from the front.
Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 77.
Has a look up.
Camisa
That's a fine
9,
interception.
Alexandre Pato. Camisa 90,
So,
camisa
third
10,
quarter of the game.
camisa 3. Substituição.
Diving header! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
into the last 5 minutes. And a chance! Oh, yes, it's there! And that might well be that! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Palmeiras take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Very much into the last knockings. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Foram indicados 4
Rafinha,
minutos de
caught
acréscimo.
interception. And it's Eto'o. Pato is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. And there's his chance to lead the counter. That's been slipped through. Eto'o. Oh, good read. And that's that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans. Everyone pumped. Takes me back.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.